The basics of setting up proper SEO in Magento 2 admin.
The basics.
I'll let you guys take that one.
Okay, so you know, out of the box, Magento is actually quite good at covering the basics of what you need to do in you know, within your store. You know, not, you know, SEO is like 50-50 if you like. 50% of what you do on your store and 50% is what goes on externally and links to you and how you promote yourself. So there are, you know, I mean, within every product page, category page, CMS page, there you will find a tab which is search engine optimization, and within that you'll find the title tag, the meta keywords, meta description for each page. So ignore meta keywords. I think it's safe to say that you know, we can generally ignore those, but my advice would always be is to make sure that all of that information is filled in on every page, on every element, and I do it as a part of my day-to-day running of a store. Is I'm always thinking about how does this work from an SEO point of view, and from an SEO point of view, you know, you're looking at any image has an alt tag. You're uploading images with an image name that has keywords within that image name. You're doing all your meta information, your title tags, and all of your link strategy also is looking at internal link strategy, is looking at keywords as well. So there's a whole load of stuff there. I've just seen that you're saying it's actually about a tutorial. I think I could probably I've probably got some stuff that I've done actually on SEO for Magento in the past. I could probably dig that out and find a link and get that across. But there will be, yeah. I mean, I couldn't link to a specific tutorial, not off the top of my head, but I certainly there are some very defined things that you can do that you know, that are using just out of the box functionality that will go a long way towards a strong SEO strategy within the store, and those pointers are kind of, you know, easy to kind of get across. So I'll have a look, see if I can find those particular tutorials, and we can maybe stick them in the links, get them up somewhere and stick them in the links.
Yeah, I know in the past there has been extensions that would sort of fill in some of that information that comes by default in Magento from a product point of view. I'm not 100% convinced that they work, you know, so the sort of these advanced SEO extensions. I think, Deryck, you're right that keywords are much less important than before.
I think where Magento is not very good at is when you've got pages that got filters on, and you know, you have a product page that has filters, and you click on the filters and it changes the URL, structure, and that's kind of not, depending on the order that you click on those things, that might change the URL in a certain way, and that's not SEO friendly. So some of those extensions deal with tidying that up. Those extensions that tidy up things like filters are quite useful. And again, there's a lot of them out there. You know, quite often people plumb for the Amnesty or Headworks ones on those, but there are others as well. There's and there's also sort of some useful things as well, like when a product becomes discontinued, you don't want to lose that URL, so you want to, if someone lands on that URL but that product can discontinue, so the page no longer exists, how do you then redirect them to the right product and not lose the SEO juice that page has? So there's some extensions out there that do that. Again, something's out of the box in Magento. So there are other things you can do. I just think there's a lot you can do without having to go down that route, or before you go down that route, there's a lot you can do, and then you start really tightening all the other areas as well. But you're right, there's some extensions that, you know, they're bloated and they're doing more things that they need to. And
yeah, and I will try to find some dev docs around SEO. I know that there are some specific spots that Magento would like you to fill in, and there's also out of the box, Magento will fill in some of those specific SEO items like your title and things like that based on your description. So I think from just as a high level tutorial, make sure your description and your URL all sort of match, because those are the items that are going to be done. Those are the items that get pre-populated as you're building out your store. And I would say avoid changing the URL and leaving your title. Like, make sure that they're all the same, right? So your meta title, your URL, and your H1 title on your page should always be similar.